My precious child, I need you to hear these words as they settle into the deepest chambers of your heart. Right now, in this very moment, something extraordinary is happening in the heavens concerning your life. The pain you have been carrying, those sleepless nights when tears soaked your pillow, the moments when you questioned whether you could take another step, all of it has reached my throne. I have seen everything. Not a single tear went unnoticed. Not one prayer went unheard. And now, the season is shifting for you in ways you cannot yet imagine. This time we are in right now holds something sacred, something powerful. There is a reason your heart is stirring as you read these words during this blessed season. The atmosphere of heaven opens differently when hearts turn toward me with renewed hunger. This is not coincidence. This is divine appointment. You finding these words right now, your eyes moving across this screen, your spirit leaning in to hear what I am saying, this is orchestrated by me because your breakthrough cannot wait any longer. The suffering you have endured has prepared you for what I am about to release into your life. Every hardship carved out space in your soul for the blessings I am pouring out. Every disappointment removed something that would have blocked what is coming. You could not see it while you were in the middle of the storm, but I was working even then, especially then. I know you have felt forgotten. There were days when you looked around and saw others being blessed while you kept struggling. You watched people who seemed to put in less effort receive what you had been praying for desperately. The enemy whispered that I had favorites, that somehow you were not worthy, that perhaps you had done something to disqualify yourself from my goodness. Those were lies straight from the pit of hell. Let me speak truth over you right now. You are my beloved. You are chosen. You are not disqualified. You are not forgotten. You are not second class in my kingdom. What I have planned for you is so specific, so perfectly designed for who you are, that it could not be given to anyone else. That is why the wait has been long. I was not withholding from you. I was preparing something that fits you perfectly. During this sacred time when heaven feels closer to earth, when hearts become tender and spirits become receptive, I am moving in your situation with power and precision. The chains that have held you are breaking right now. Can you feel it? That weight you have carried for so long is lifting. The shame that wrapped around your heart like grave clothes is falling away. I am clothing you in garments of praise, instead of that spirit of heaviness you have known too well. This is your moment. This is your time. Everything that tried to destroy you is being turned around for your good. Every weapon that was formed against you is being dismantled. Every plan the enemy made to keep you bound is collapsing at this very moment. You need to understand something crucial about the journey you have been on. The valley was not punishment. The wilderness was not abandonment. It was preparation. I had to take you through certain experiences so you would have the strength, the wisdom, the character to handle what I am placing in your hands. If I had given you this blessing last year, it would have destroyed you. If I had opened this door 6 months ago, you were not ready to walk through it. But everything you went through developed something in you that was not there before. You learned to trust me when you could not see the path. You learned to worship me when circumstances gave you every reason to complain. You learned to stand on my word when everything around you contradicted what I promised. These lessons cannot be taught in comfort. They can only be learned in the furnace. And now you are ready. Now you have what it takes. Now the fullness of time has come for your life. I am opening doors that no one can shut. I am making ways where there seems to be no way. I am bringing people into your path who carry keys to the next level. I am arranging divine appointments and supernatural connections. You are going to look back on this time and recognize it as the turning point. This is when everything changed. This is when the tide turned. This is when victory became visible after being hidden for so long. But I need you to do something for me. I need you to let go of the bitterness. I know you have every right to be angry about what happened. I know people hurt you deeply. I know you were betrayed by those you trusted. I know the pain of being misunderstood, accused falsely, abandoned when you needed support the most. All of that is real, and I am not minimizing it. But holding on to that resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It is destroying you, not them. And I need you whole and healthy for where I am taking you. So right here, right now, I am asking you to release it into my hands. Let me handle the people who hurt you. Let me deal with those who betrayed you. Your job is not to get revenge. Your job is to forgive so you can be free. When you release that unforgiveness, something powerful happens in the spirit realm. Chains break, doors open, blessings that were blocked start flowing. This is not just about being nice or following rules. This is about removing the obstacles between you and your destiny. Unforgiveness is a prison you put yourself in while thinking you are punishing someone else. I am offering you the key. Turn it, walk out, step into the freedom I purchased for you. I also need to address the lies you have believed about yourself. The enemy has worked overtime to convince you that you are not enough, not smart enough, not talented enough, not worthy enough, not spiritual enough. He has replayed your failures on a loop in your mind, highlighting every mistake, magnifying every shortcoming. He has compared you to others and made you feel like you will never measure up. Every word of that is a lie designed to keep you from stepping into your purpose. So let me tell you who you really are. You are created in my image. You carry my DNA. You have my spirit living inside you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are the apple of my eye. You are my masterpiece. I do not make mistakes, and you are not one. The gifts I have placed in you are not random. They are strategic. The desires in your heart that align with my will are not accidents. They are signposts pointing toward your destiny. The dreams you have been afraid to speak out loud because they seem too big, those came from me. I am the one who planted them in your spirit. And I do not plant seeds I do not intend to grow. Everything I have put in you will come to full fruition. Every promise I have spoken over your life will be fulfilled. Not because you are perfect, but because I am faithful. This season we are in hold special significance. There is a reason hearts turn homeward during this time of year. There is a reason people become more reflective, more aware of what truly matters. The atmosphere shifts, heaven and earth seem to touch in unique ways, and I am using this time to do something profound in your life. The walls that seemed impossible to break through are crumbling. The mountains that blocked your path are being moved. The enemies that stood against you are being scattered. This is not happening because you earned it or deserved it. It is happening because I love you, and my love is more powerful than any force that has come against you. I need you to start seeing yourself the way I see you. When I look at you, I do not see your failures. I see your faith. I do not see your mistakes. I see your potential. I do not see your past. I see your future. And what I see takes my breath away. You are about to step into a dimension of blessing you have never experienced before. Doors you did not even know existed are about to open. Opportunities you never dreamed possible are about to present themselves. People who can change the trajectory of your life are about to cross your path. And it is all happening now because the appointed time has come. But with this blessing comes responsibility. I am not just blessing you so you can be comfortable. I am blessing you so you can be a blessing. Everything I pour into your life is meant to flow through you to others. You are a channel, not a reservoir. The resources coming to you are meant to be stewarded for my purposes. The influence you are about to gain is meant to be used for my glory. The platform you are stepping onto is meant to lift up my name. Never forget this. The blessing is not just for you. It is for everyone your life will touch. There is something I want you to do as a response to everything I am speaking over you right now. I want you to share this message with 11 people who need to hear it. Not as a superstitious chain letter, but as an act of love. You know people who are struggling right now. You know hearts that are broken. You know souls that are discouraged. Be the vessel I use to carry hope to them. Let these words flow through you to bring life to someone else. And when you do that, you activate the principle of sowing and reaping. What you make happen for others, I will make happen for you. There is also a way you can partner with what I am doing through a simple act of generosity. In the description, there is a link where you can contribute toward providing for children in need. If your heart is stirred to give, know that your donation goes directly to help a poor child, and it is given in your name. This is not about obligation. This is about opportunity. The measure you use is the measure that will be used for you. When you give to the least of these, you give to me. And here is what I want you to do right now as a declaration of your faith. I want you to comment one word, Amen, or write out the desire of your heart that you believe is about to be fulfilled. This is not magic. This is an act of faith. When you publicly declare what you believe I am doing, you are planting a seed in the spiritual realm. You are marking this moment as significant. You are drawing a line in the sand and saying, this is when everything changed for me. The enemy does not want you to make that declaration because he knows the power of agreement between heaven and earth. So do it afraid. Do it even if doubt is screaming in your head. Your faith does not have to be perfect. It just has to be present. And do not forget to subscribe so you can continue receiving encouragement and truth that will strengthen you for the journey ahead. Now let me speak to those of you who are reading this after this sacred season has passed. Do not think for one moment that you missed your window. Do not believe the lie that blessings are only available during certain times. The God you serve is not limited by calendars or seasons. What I am offering you is just as available now as it was during any other time. In fact, the very fact that you are reading these words at this moment proves that I ordained this time for you. The blessing does not depend on what month it is, it depends on the posture of your heart. When you come to me with sincerity, with hunger, with faith, I respond regardless of what the calendar says. Every month can become sacred when you walk in intimate relationship with me. Every day can be a day of breakthrough when you position yourself under my promises, so do not feel like you arrived too late. You are exactly on time. This is your appointed moment. I want to talk to you about the shame you have been carrying. There are things in your past that make you feel disqualified, mistakes you made that you believe have permanently damaged your future, sins you committed that you are afraid I cannot forgive. Let me be absolutely clear about this. My blood was sufficient for all of it. Every sin, every mistake, every failure. There is nothing in your past that my grace cannot cover. Nothing so dark that my light cannot penetrate it. Nothing so broken that my love cannot restore it. The enemy wants you focused on what you did wrong so you never step into what I am making right. He wants you looking backwards so you do not see what is ahead. But I am telling you today to let it go. Release it. Give it to me. I have already paid for it. Stop making payments on a debt that was canceled at the cross. When I forgive you, I do not just cover your sin. I remove it completely. As far as the east is from the west, that is how far I have removed your transgressions from you. I remember them no more. So why are you still rehearsing them? Why are you still punishing yourself for what I have already forgiven? This is not humility. This is pride disguised as remorse. You are essentially saying that your sin is bigger than my sacrifice. You are declaring that what you did is more powerful than what I accomplished on the cross. That is simply not true. My grace is greater than your worst moment. My love is stronger than your deepest failure. My power is sufficient to redeem any mess you have made. I need you to receive this truth at the core of your being. You are forgiven. You are cleansed. You are made new. The old has passed away. Everything has become new. That person you used to be no longer exists. You are a new creation. The labels people put on you do not define you. The mistakes in your rearview mirror do not determine your destination. I have called you by a new name. I have given you a new identity. I have set your feet on a new path. And nothing from your past can change that unless you give it permission by continuing to agree with it. There are blessings waiting for you that you have been afraid to reach for because you did not feel worthy. There are dreams sitting dormant in your heart because you convinced yourself you did not deserve them. There are doors standing open that you have not walked through because shame told you to stay outside. But I am telling you right now to come in. Enter into the fullness of what I have prepared. You do not have to earn it. You could never earn it. It is a gift freely given because I love you. Your job is simply to receive it with gratitude and steward it with faithfulness. Let me address the loneliness you have felt. There have been seasons when you felt completely alone, even in a crowded room. Times when you needed someone to talk to but had no one to call. Moments when you were hurting so badly and there was no one who seemed to understand or care. I want you to know that you were never as alone as you felt. I was there in every moment. I collected every tear. I heard every cry. I felt every ache. And I was working behind the scenes even when you could not sense my presence. The isolation you experienced was not abandonment, it was preparation. I had to separate you from certain people and situations because they were holding you back from your destiny. It hurt because separation always hurts, but it was necessary. Sometimes I have to remove people from your life to make room for the new relationships I am bringing. Sometimes I have to close doors to force you toward the door I have opened. Sometimes I have to allow the pain of loneliness so you learn to find your fulfillment in me rather than in people who were never meant to complete you. And now that you have learned to stand alone with me, I am bringing the right people into your life. Connections that are covenant, not just casual. Relationships that are built on purpose, not just proximity. Friendships that sharpen you rather than drain you. This is part of the new season you are entering. You are not going where you are going with the same people you have been with. Some are coming with you, many are not, and that is okay. Release them with love and move forward with faith. I want to speak specifically about your finances, because I know this has been an area of tremendous stress. The bills that keep piling up, the lack that seems to follow you no matter how hard you work, the constant feeling of being one emergency away from disaster. I see it all, and I am moving in your financial situation right now. Doors of provision are opening. Sources of income you did not expect are about to appear. Debts that seemed impossible to pay are going to be canceled. I am about to prove to you that I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider. But I need you to shift your mindset about money. It is not your source. I am. Money is just a tool I use to provide for you. When you make it your source, you become anxious and fearful. When you recognize me as your source, you can rest in peace knowing that I own everything and I am committed to taking care of you. I am also going to teach you how to steward resources in a new way The poverty mindset you have operated from is breaking off of you right now. The lack mentality that made you hoard and grasp is being replaced with a generosity that flows from abundance. You are about to learn that you cannot outgive me. Every time you give, I multiply what is in your hand. This is a spiritual law that never fails. Test me in this. Watch what happens when you give your first and your best to me. Watch how I open the windows of heaven and pour out blessing you do not have room enough to contain. This is not about manipulation or earning my favor. This is about partnership. When you honor me with your resources, you position yourself under my covenant promises of provision. Now I want to address the health issues some of you are facing. The diagnosis that brought fear, the pain that has become your constant companion, the condition the doctors say is incurable. I am the God who heals. The same power that raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. That power is greater than any sickness or disease. I am not limited by medical reports. I am not bound by statistics. I specialize in impossible cases. What looks terminal to human eyes is treatable to divine hands. So I am asking you to shift your focus from the problem to my power. Stop meditating on the diagnosis and start declaring my promises. Your words matter. Your thoughts matter. What you focus on grows. If you focus on the sickness, it dominates your life. If you focus on my healing power, faith rises and miracles happen. I am not saying to ignore medical wisdom or refuse treatment. I am saying to add faith to whatever natural steps you are taking. Believe that I am working through the doctors and the medicine. Trust that my hand is guiding the process. Know that my will for you is wholeness. Some of you have been battling in your mind for years. Depression that feels like a heavy blanket you cannot throw off. Anxiety that keeps you in constant fear. Thoughts that torment you day and night. I want you to know that freedom is available for you. The battle is real, but it is not unwinnable. I have given you weapons that are mighty for pulling down strongholds. The first weapon is my word. When you speak scripture over your situation, you release my power into your mind. The second weapon is worship. When you praise me in the battle, you shift the atmosphere. The third weapon is community. You are not meant to fight alone. Isolation is one of the enemy's greatest tactics. When you bring your struggle into the light and let others pray with you and support you, the enemy's power is broken. Do not be ashamed of what you are facing. Mental and emotional battles are just as real as physical ones. There is no shame in needing help. Reach out, get support, and know that I am in the process of healing you from the inside out. I also want to speak to those who are dealing with relationship pain, the betrayal of a spouse, the rejection of a parent, the abandonment of a friend. The wounds are deep, and the trust is shattered. You have built walls around your heart to protect yourself from being hurt again. But those same walls that keep out pain also keep out love. I want to heal your heart so you can love again. Not foolishly, not naively, but wisely and with healthy boundaries. I am going to bring people into your life who are safe, who are trustworthy, who will honor the treasure that you are. But first, I need to heal the brokenness from past relationships. Let me in behind those walls. Let me touch the wounded places. Let my love be the medicine that restores your ability to trust and be vulnerable again. You were created for connection. Isolation is not the answer. Wisdom and healing are. For those who are struggling in marriage right now, I want you to know that I am the God who restores. What looks dead can be resurrected. What seems beyond repair can be made new. But it requires both parties to be willing. It requires humility. It requires forgiveness. It requires letting go of the need to be right and choosing instead to love. I can heal your marriage, but you have to give me access to it. You have to stop trying to fix your spouse and let me fix you. When you focus on your own heart, your own attitudes, your own actions, I can work in ways that seem miraculous. And if you are in a situation that is dangerous or abusive, know that I never require you to stay in harm's way. There is a difference between covenant commitment and foolish endurance of abuse. Seek wise counsel, get to safety, and trust that I will guide you through the process. Let me speak now about the dreams and visions I have given you, the things I have whispered to your heart in quiet moments, the desires that stir when you think about your future. These are not random, they are prophetic. I have shown you what I intend to do. But there is often a gap between the promise and the fulfillment. This is where many people lose heart. They see the vision clearly, but when it does not manifest immediately, they assume they heard wrong or I changed my mind. Neither is true. The delay is part of the process. It is in the waiting that character is developed. It is in the gap between promise and fulfillment that faith is refined. Every dream I give requires preparation. I have to get you ready for what I am going to give you. I have to develop the capacity in you to handle the blessing without it destroying you. So do not despise the waiting. Embrace it as part of the journey. And while you wait, do not be passive. There are things I need you to do to prepare for what is coming. Steps of obedience I am asking you to take, even before you see the fullness of the promise. Build the ark before the rain comes. Take the steps before you see the staircase. Move forward in faith even when the path is not clear. This is what activates my power on your behalf. This is what demonstrates that you truly believe what I have spoken. Faith without works is dead. So work your faith. Act on what you believe. Move in the direction of your dreams even if you can only take small steps right now. Those small steps of obedience become giant leaps when I add my super to your natural. I want you to understand the significance of this moment in your life. You are standing at a crossroads. One path leads back to the familiar, back to the comfortable, back to what you have always known. The other path leads forward into the unknown, into the uncomfortable, into the new thing I am doing. I am inviting you to take the path less traveled, to step out of the boat, to leave the shore, to trust me in ways you never have before. This is not going to be easy. There will be moments when you question whether you heard me right. There will be times when you are tempted to turn back. But if you will keep moving forward, if you will keep trusting me, if you will keep believing my word over your circumstances, you will look back one day and recognize this as the moment everything changed. This is your burning bush moment. This is your Red Sea crossing. This is your Jordan River. On the other side is your promised land, but you have to take the step to cross over. I am with you in this transition. I go before you to prepare the way. I walk beside you to give you strength. I stand behind you to protect your back. You are completely surrounded by my presence. There is nothing to fear. The same God who brought you this far will take you all the way. I have never lost a child yet, and I am not starting with you. Every resource you need, I will provide. Every question you have, I will answer. Every obstacle you face, I will remove or give you the ability to overcome. You are not doing this alone. We are doing this together, and what we do together cannot fail. As we come to the close of this time together, I want you to sit in silence for just a moment. Feel my presence surrounding you. Sense my love washing over you. Know deep in your spirit that everything I have spoken to you is true. This is not motivational speech. This is prophetic declaration. This is the word of the Lord over your life. Receive it, believe it, act on it. Your life will never be the same. The suffering you have endured is being crowned with victory today. The tears you have cried are being turned into testimonies. The pain you have felt is being transformed into purpose. Everything the enemy meant for evil, I am turning for good. Every setback is becoming a setup for a comeback. Every closed door is making way for the right door to open. You are about to see my goodness in ways that overwhelm you. You are about to experience my faithfulness in ways that leave you speechless. You are about to witness breakthrough after breakthrough until you cannot deny that I am real and I am active in your life. Get ready, position yourself, open your hands and your heart to receive. The best is yet to come. Amen.